Right now at 5, the search for a missing 13-year-old Aaron Ndula ends tragically after authorities find his body in a Missouri Creek bed.
Now we're going to see record-breaking temperatures for today and tomorrow and through the rest of the week. That forecast coming up.
Plus, local Chiefs fans react to news of the team's relocation.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KYM Morning News. It's 5 a.m. I'm Samantha Walker.
And I'm Donald O'Keefe. Good morning.
Good morning and happy Christmas Eve. It does not feel like it should already be Christmas Eve.
We really went through December pretty quickly, and even though it is technically winter now, it doesn't feel like it's winter. It's Christmas, but it doesn't feel like.
You know, I know it's something you and Chris have been telling me, much to my disappointment, is we're not going to have a white Christmas this year. We're going to have a warm Christmas this year. And I know some people will be absolutely thrilled. And I know I should be used to it in the 4 states because we're lucky if it's even, pretty cold on Christmas, let alone having snow and not just like ice. But the fact that it's going to be in the 70s just feels so weird.
Yeah, we're going to see record-breaking temperatures for today. We could be 30 degrees above average. Let's take a look at downtown Pittsburgh right now. Temperatures are way above average for this time in the morning. You can look at right now. I mean, we're gonna see a bit of fog, but I can't stress it enough that we could see temperatures in the mid-70s for a high. 7th range line, not too bad. Not too busy right now. People are just getting up, doing their morning routines, getting their stuff ready for Christmas Eve. 32nd and range line, there are some people out there not driving out right now. 20th and range line, like I said, not too bad. A little bit of haze. Like I said, it is going to be a bit foggy right now. We're going to see, we do have a fog advisory until 12 p.m. out there in the northwestern counties. So definitely, if you're driving out in that area, be careful because right now our fog tracker has 0 miles of visibility in Iola. Yates Center 2.5, Sedan 3 miles, Nowata 6 miles, Independence just about 5, and the same thing goes for Fredonia. This area not too bad, but if you're in any of those northwestern counties or western counties, please be safe. It is very foggy out there. Taking a look outside. 63 in Joplin right now, 59 in Pittsburgh. Really comfortable temperatures across the entire 4 states. You guys are a little bit cooler out there to the west. Sedan, you guys are about 49. Yates Center, 54. That's where the dew point and the temperatures are matching right now. That's why there's so much fog. But the rest of the area, low to mid 60s right now. If you want to go out for an early morning walk, it's perfect. Taking a look at our future track today, we're going to have winds out of the southwest, a bit breezy, partly cloudy skies as we get through our Christmas Eve. Then that's by the time we get to Wednesday night, we're going to have clear skies, still a bit breezy though. So if you're planning your day, we're going to get up to a high of 75 degrees, but winds will be gusting about 30 miles an hour. But we're going to see higher temperatures again tomorrow. That forecast coming up.
Donald, thanks. Authorities charge a Kansas man in connection with a missing boy in Bates County, Missouri. Over the weekend, Lynn County, Kansas authorities announced 13-year-old Aaron Ndula had gone missing near the Holiday Lake neighborhood. Yesterday, the Bates County Sheriff's Office received a call in reference to the missing boy. When authorities arrived at the caller's house, a man said he knew where Aaron was and that the boy was dead. The man, Damon Leonard of Pleasanton, Kansas, led authorities to the area where he left Aaron's body. Authorities found the body in a remote area in a creek bed. They say Leonard admitted to taking Aaron's body from Kansas to Missouri. He has been charged with abandonment with a corpse. Well, wanted man was taken into custody yesterday near Carl Junction. 43-year-old Cody Vincent was stopped by police last week and refused to exit his vehicle. After a deputy attempted to force his way into the car, Vincent led police on a pursuit into Barton County, where deputies lost visual contact. Vincent was captured yesterday after hiding in a residence and resisting arrest. He is currently being held in the Jasper County Jail. Well, the Department of Justice has released thousands more documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, with more still to come. The third batch includes court records, FBI tips, security video from jail, and emails. Reporter Olivia Rinaldi has details.
The DOJ released about 30,000 pages overnight, including emails from 2019 in the days after Jeffrey Epstein was arrested on sex trafficking charges. The emails show federal agents asking for updates and contacting 10 potential co-conspirators, including Ghislaine Maxwell, but most other names are redacted.
We are not going to quit until justice is done.
Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna says survivors are demanding more be made public.
The FBI witness interviews, that's where they told them about other men who either raped them or were involved in the cover-up.
One email from the Justice Department says then private citizen Donald Trump flew on Epstein's plane many more times than had previously been known, and on 2 occasions did so with women described as possible witnesses in a potential case against Maxwell. President Trump has said he had a falling out with Jeffrey Epstein years ago and had no knowledge of his crimes. On Monday, the president called the files an effort to distract from his political accomplishments.
What this whole thing is with Epstein is a way of trying to deflect from the tremendous success that the Republican Party has.
The DOJ also came to the president's defense, writing on social media that some of the documents contain untrue and sensationalist claims made against the president that were submitted to the FBI right before the 2020 election. Olivia Rinaldi, CBS News, the White House.
The Epstein Files Transparency Act requires the DOJ to explain to Congress why they made any redactions about 2 weeks after all the files are out. Some have been critical of the department for redacting too many names, but DOJ officials say it's to protect the innocent and the survivors. Well, our stories are often discovered by you, our viewers. We invite you to share your news tips with us. Scan the QR code and you'll be taken to a form where you can submit a tip quickly and easily. Thank you for being a part of the story. Well, it was the news heard around Chiefs Kingdom. The team announced it would be moving across the border into Kansas after calling the Show Me State its home for more than 60 years. KOAM's Ty Parks talked to fans on both sides of the state line to get their reactions.
Red Kingdom is crossing the border to Kansas City, Kansas. Although it does not look like the name or logo will change, will this change the way Kansas City Chiefs products are sold?
It's hard to say. I'm sure it'll garner some excitement and things, but really, since they're not changing the name or changing the logo or anything, I don't know that it'll be that big of an issue. But I think it'll come to the excitement of next year. Once, I guess, we're still 5 years away or whatever it is. So I think maybe when that time comes, the excitement probably down the road.
Not only does this move excite Jock's niche owner John Minton, but the new location in Wyandotte County and the possibility for bigger events as well.
It seems like it, just because they're moving from to a whole new economic area with hopefully that new stadium will be able to host other events, and they're creating a whole entertainment district. So it seems like it's a much better place than it was currently. Unfortunately, Missouri kind of chose not to get on board and give them what they were looking for.
KOAM speaks with a lifelong Chiefs fan from Missouri about their first thoughts on the move.
I've only been a Chiefs fan. I haven't known what it's like to be a fan of a different team. And there's been a lot of frustrating, long seasons. And it is kind of heart-wrenching because you're a fan through those tough years. And then when the team gets good, they listen to offers from other states and then they move.
Will people stop being fans because of the move?
I'm absolutely going to be a fan. I don't think that this will stop at all. I think it'll just be a little weird to drive up there, cross the state line.
On the Kansas-Missouri border, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Well, some local fans also tell KOAM that they believe the new facility will be good and provide a lot more, and hopefully a Super Bowl in the future. Well, that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Coming up on the KOAM Morning News, U.S. military aircraft operate from Puerto Rico as the Trump administration ramps up Caribbean presence against Venezuela. Plus, Jack Black and Paul Rudd team up for their first major collaboration in the action comedy Anaconda. In record-breaking high temps heading into the holidays, Donald has a look at your weekly forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. Topping World Watch, the Trump administration is ramping up pressure on Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro, with the U.S. military currently in active pursuit of a third tanker carrying sanctioned oil. CBS's Christian Benavides reports from Miami.
U.S. military aircraft were seen operating at a naval station in Puerto Rico as the Trump administration ramps up America's military presence in the Caribbean, part of an increasing pressure campaign against Venezuela.
Donald Trump has upped the ante, first trying to hope to rattle the military, now trying to cut off its resources by cutting off its all-important export of illegal oil.
Over the weekend, an elite Coast Guard unit seized control of a second oil tanker in the waters off Venezuela, and President Trump says a third vessel is in the military site.
It's moving along, and we'll end up getting it.
The White House has referred to Venezuela as a narco state. Video from U.S. Southern Command shows the latest of at least 29 strikes on suspected drug trafficking boats, this one in the Eastern Pacific, killing at least one person.
What we don't know is which narco-terrorists were on this quote-unquote low-profile vessel and what they were transiting. When the military is referring to a low-profile vessel, that is likely referring to the fact that this was a submarine or semi-submersible vessel.
If he plays tough, it'll be the last time he's ever able to play tough.
President Trump has warned Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro, who railed against the tanker seizures as acts of piracy.
What this is really all about, and what it's always been about, is provoking regime change within the government.
Security experts note these latest escalations could increase the risk of confrontation with Venezuela. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
The Trump administration has said it intends to keep the oil from the seized tankers and sell it or possibly add it to the strategic reserves. Well, still to come, a new weight loss pill shows promising results in clinical trials. Plus, record-breaking high temps heading into the holidays. Donald has a look at your Christmas forecast. The campy, over-the-top 1997 horror flick Anaconda is one of those so bad it's good movies. Now 2 huge comedy stars are bringing their version to the big screen. Douglas Hyde has a preview.
Let's do it. Let's reboot Anaconda.
Yes.
Wait, what? We've dreamed of making this movie ever since we were kids.
Jack Black and Paul Rudd play amateur filmmakers who set out to create their own version of the 1997 cult classic Anaconda. The action comedy is the first major collaboration between Black and Rudd, and no one was more excited than them.
This is the first time we had big scenes and like big roles to chew on, and I've been waiting. I've been hoping for this for a long time. I was such a fan of his. I was really stoked it worked out. He went beyond what I hoped. He went beyond what I expected him to do. He's so funny in this.
Put your face right up next to the snake.
No.
Maybe it'll be okay.
Cutting.
I mean, it's a dream come true. Truly. I think that he's one of my favorite actors. I've been a fan of his for decades. We've worked together a few times in the past, but never quite like this. And so I was so excited to get the opportunity to, spend time with him and work with him.
He's dead.
Oh no! What are we gonna do? What if we use Doug as bait to get back to the boat?
That's a really smart idea.
Doug would have wanted this.
I'm not sure he would have wanted this.
Oh my God. These guys were so difficult to get to act because you call cut and Jack grabs the set microphone and is starting to sing and then it becomes karaoke and Paul joins in and it's like controlled chaos. So I'm surprised anything is on screen,
He's right behind you! What the hell is all about that? It's a long story!
In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
My family is already planning their annual tradition of watching a movie after Christmas Day by watching this one in theaters. Well, now here's Donald with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we're going to see temperatures go up today into the mid-70s, possibly seeing record-breaking temperatures today, tomorrow, and even through Saturday before a cold front does bring temperatures back down to our normal for this time of year. But we could see great temperatures for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. That forecast coming up. It's a pretty comfortable morning out there. Take a look at downtown Pittsburgh. You can see, like I said, a nice comfortable morning. If you like to get up this early and go for a nice morning walk or run, it's great temperatures out there. It is going to start getting a bit breezy as we go through the morning. 7th and Range Line, you can see a little bit of fog. That light down there is a little bright, but people are starting to get out, do their morning routines, and this is the perfect time to do it with how good it feels. US 69 at US 4. at 400, excuse me, not looking too bad. Roads are looking pretty clear for this area. US 69 to Baxter Springs, same thing. It's a little bit blurry there, but not too bad for your driving conditions across most of the area. 20th and Rangeline, not looking too bad either. 32nd Rangeline, I had more cameras on here than I thought I did. So, but that's okay, because I want to talk about the fog that we're actually having right now. There is a dense fog advisory out there in northwestern part of our viewing area for the 4 states. That expires at noon. And the reason why, because Iola, you guys have 0 miles of visibility. Yates Center, just under 3. Sedan, you guys are about 3 miles of visibility. Fredonia, about just under 5. And Independence, about 5.5. So if you guys are in any of those areas, please drive careful. It is very foggy out right now, and it'll stick around for the next couple of hours. Taking a look at our future track Wednesday, today at noon. Winds coming out of the south. It is going to be a bit breezy, partly cloudy skies, but also warming up pretty significantly by the afternoon. We're going to see that continued conditions pretty much through Wednesday night into Christmas morning. Here's Christmas morning at 7 a.m. Little bit breezy still. We're going to see clear skies as we go through Christmas Day. Still on the warmer side, partly cloudy skies. There might be a few sprinkles though with some of this clouds that's going to be coming in. We are getting some moisture in the area that's why we're going to be seeing some clouds, and also going to see some sprinkles as well because of how warm it's going to be, and the dew points are on the higher side as well. Friday morning at 7 a.m. we're going to see mostly cloudy skies. Then those clouds are going to start dissipating by Friday afternoon. Also going to be on the warmer side as well. Same continuing into Saturday morning. Those winds are going to be bringing in warmer air to our area. So starting your day, a pretty nice warm up, getting up to 71 degrees by 11 a.m. Like I said, it is going to be foggy through the morning. That fog should dissipate by the afternoon, warming up to 75 degrees, partly cloudy skies on the windier side. Winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to about 30 miles an hour, but a pretty nice Christmas Eve. Tonight, Santa Claus is going to be pretty happy, 61 degrees. So if he's flying over you for tonight, he's probably going to be in shorts and a t-shirt. I mean, 61 degrees, not too bad for shorts and a t-shirt. So a pretty nice night, even though it is going to be a bit windy. Christmas Day is tomorrow. Look at these temperatures for Christmas Day. High of 74 degrees, partly cloudy skies, still a bit on the breezier side. Here's some Christmas statistics. So our average high for Christmas is 46 degrees, and our low is 27. Our warmest was 72 degrees in 2016. There's a chance we could tie that or break it. I'm pretty sure we're gonna break it. Travel weather right now, look at this. We're seeing well above average temperatures across the region for if you're still traveling to some family today or even tomorrow during the morning. It's going to be great conditions out there. 7-day forecast we're seeing here right now, 75 degrees for today, 74 for Christmas Day, staying into the 70s through Saturday. Then a cold front's going to move in on Sunday, dropping things back down to normal. Then we're going to be in 35 on Monday before we gradually warm back up by the later part of next week. That's a look at your full forecast. Here is Sam with Health Watch.
Thanks, Donald. Well, some Medicare recipients may soon have access to weight loss drugs under a new voluntary program. Medicare is currently banned by law from covering weight loss medicines, but the Trump administration and the previous Biden administration argued these drugs are necessary to combat chronic disease. The agency that oversees Medicare and Medicaid will work to negotiate lower prices with the weight loss drug makers. It is expected eligible beneficiaries will only have to pay $50 a month for the drug. Medicare recipients should be able to access the weight loss drugs by July, and state Medicaid agencies can join the model program by May, but people enrolled in Part D plans won't have access until January of 2027. Well, the FDA has approved the first prescription pill for weight loss with the same medicine as GLP-1 medications you inject into your body. The new pills are expected to be available in just a few weeks. About 1 in 8 Americans say they take a GLP-1 drug to lose weight, and these pills are likely to make the drugs even more popular. CBS News Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. John LaPook has more.
Dr. Chris Mertens was a high school and college athlete. But during his medical training, he gained 60 pounds.
I was also seeing effects with things like my blood pressure, with one of my doctors telling me I might need to start medicine for my blood pressure because it was getting high enough, as well as cholesterol being elevated.
After struggling to lose weight, he heard about a clinical trial for Novo Nordisk's weight loss pill. Over about 8 months, he lost 40 pounds.
It was a great option, especially when I know I had tried to do things what people may term the right way, with diet and exercise alone.
In a New England Journal of Medicine study, all trial participants received counseling on diet and exercise. After about 15 months, patients lost on average 13.6% of their body weight on medication compared to 2.2% on placebo. The pill must be taken on an empty stomach. Dr. Reshmi Srinath is the director of the Weight and Metabolism Management Program at Mount Sinai.
Do you have patients who can afford it through insurance or privately, but who say, look, I don't want to give myself a shot?
For patients who are seeking care for weight management, there are patients who are very opposed to injecting themselves.
For many patients, affordability remains an issue.
I do think that having an oral option will be really helpful, one for improving access, but also as another tool that we can offer patients.
After the trial ended, Dr. Mertens lost access to the pill and started to regain weight. He's now on an injectable medication.
It's not something that should be considered a dirty shortcut. It's something that, again, with more and more evidence showing it has benefit for not only losing weight, but helping treat so many other conditions that are downhill from obesity.
Dr. John LaPook, CBS News, New York.
That's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 5:30, students returning to Baxter Springs Public School will notice the absence of a familiar face.
And we're going to see record-breaking temperatures for today and tomorrow through the rest of the week. I'll have that forecast coming up.
Plus advice on making sure your trash doesn't turn into someone else's treasure.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5:31. I'm Samantha Walker.
And I'm Donald O'Keefe. Good morning.
Good morning and happy Christmas Eve. I know for a lot of people, this is either their last workday before the holiday, or maybe they've had several days off, but it's also a very exciting time because it feels like the holidays are really ramping up. Like it's right here now.
I know. The fact that it's Christmas Eve already and Christmas Day is tomorrow and the new year is right upon us, you know, December kind of seemed to blow by, and these temperatures have kind of been roller coastering all December long too.
Yeah, it's felt like a very weird, I know it's technically winter. It does not feel like it. I know we keep on saying it and you're probably sitting at home being like, come to terms with this, Sam. It's okay. It's okay. It's not going to be cold on Christmas.
No, I mean, technically Sunday was the first day of winter, but temperatures are going to skyrocket. Let's take a look at our downtown Pittsburgh camera right now. It is comfortable out there right now. Temperatures are in the upper 50s and lower 60s across the area. It's feeling really comfortable if you're getting out the door, getting your morning routine, going out. If you want to go out for an early morning walk, this is the perfect time to do it because it's so nice out right now. 7th and Range Line, people are starting to get out, do their morning routines. 32nd Range Line, same thing. Not too busy at this moment, but it's still a bit early. People are still waking up. You know, kids are not going on the school bus, so you're probably like, you know, come on guys, it's Christmas Eve, let's do some festive stuff. Right now though, there is a fog advisory until noon for most of the northwestern counties, and the reason why is because our temperatures are so nice in the low 60s and the dew points are right around the same time that that's causing fog right now. And then most, like I said, Iola, you guys have 0 miles of visibility. Yates Center just under 3 miles of visibility. Sedan just about 3 miles. So if you guys are in any of these western counties out here, please be careful. It is definitely very foggy out there. Taking a look outside, 63 degrees in Joplin, 59 in Pittsburgh. Nice out right now. These temperatures are amazing, and like I have to say, it is December, but it doesn't feel like December. We're seeing, like I said, Yates Center 56 degrees, Sedan 50 degrees. You guys are on the cooler side, and that's where that fog is, but then we go a little bit east. Now we're in the upper 50s and lower 60s for most of the area. Taking a look at our future track for today, winds out of the southwest, going to be a bit breezy, partly cloudy skies by the time we get to the afternoon, warming up to a record-breaking mid-70s, and then we're going to see that trend continue through tomorrow as well. But I'll have a look at those record-breaking temperatures coming up.
Donald, thanks. When Baxter Springs Public School students return from winter break, they may notice the absence of a familiar face. Beloved figure Chuck Sweeten is hanging up his uniform after serving the community for the past 26 years as a school board member and a crossing guard. Chuck has been praised for going above and beyond at his job to ensure that the children are safe and secure.
I just enjoyed the kids. That's the main thing. They have kids that come across that don't have a lot of stuff sometimes, and there's always trying to help them out a little bit. And I just enjoyed seeing the kids, and real polite kids. I've got to say that Baxter's got some real nice young people.
Chuck admits it won't be easy not heading to the crosswalk every morning, but still plans on visiting whenever he can. Well, the Center for Seniors in Neosho, Missouri is getting a fresh makeover. The building was remodeled around 2007-2008. The updates now are part of maintenance. Maintenance includes painting the outside, changing gutters, sealing windows, and other exterior enhancements. This ensures seniors have a good place to go, have lunch, and enjoy gaming. This is all possible due to the support of the community. Well, something's hopping in Pittsburgh. After years of anticipation, it looks like IHOP is preparing to open a restaurant in town. The sign is up at 200 East Centennial Drive, where Gusano's Pizza used to be. It lists restaurant hours as coming soon. Years ago, IHOP had announced it anticipating open in Pittsburgh in mid-2023, but as the months passed without comment from IHOP, the chain's plans for Pittsburgh became unclear. Well, now IHOP's website officially lists Pittsburgh as a home of an IHOP. We've reached out to the restaurant for more details, but we have not heard a response. Well, as parents finished last-minute Christmas shopping, kids took part in Wildcat Glade's Winter Wonder Workshop. The event gave children a chance to make handmade gifts, including body scrubs, snow globes, and hand-painted boxes, before heading outdoors for a candy cane hunt along the trails. Organizers say the workshop is designed to give kids a fun, hands-on holiday activity. Well, Union Station Deli in Joplin was filled with holiday cheer as families gathered for its first breakfast with Santa. Kids spent the morning decorating ornaments, getting their faces painted, and writing letters to St. Nick. Children also enjoyed waffles and had the chance to take photos with a jolly guest from the North Pole. Owner Jennifer Johnson says the event was created to spark imagination and give kids a chance to experience the magic of Christmas. Well, with Christmas less than 24 hours away, one fun way to count down the time is with the Santa Tracker page on our website, KOAMNewsNow.com. While NORAD officially starts tracking the Jolly Elf on Christmas Eve, you can still head over to the Santa Tracker page and check out plenty of fun games and information. Just scan this QR code and let the fun begin. That's the Santa Tracker page on KOAMNewsNow.com. And don't forget, you can follow Santa's progress right here on the KOAM News on Christmas Eve. Well, those empty Christmas boxes at your curb could attract thieves. Police warn your post-holiday cleanup might advertise your new valuables to criminals. Adam Woodbury shows us how to dispose of boxes safely.
As you open your new treasures, the Springfield Police Department wants to remind you to be cautious when throwing your boxes away.
Once you open up all your gifts this season, don't make your curb an advertisement for what you have inside your house.
SPD says it's easy to take your boxes outside without giving it much thought. And if you're not careful, well, that could bring some unwanted attention. Police say to break down the boxes as best you can and then stuff them into the trash can. And when you can, load them up in your car and take them to the recycling center.
Those are the two safest options. And if you have too many boxes, too many bags of trash that won't fit in your trash can, and you're not able to get them to the recycling center, just, save those in the house, in the garage, in the shed.
And just add them to your trash can when it's time to take it out again the next week.
These are all just basic precautions that you can take to help reduce the opportunity and reduce the risk that you're the victim of a property crime like a burglary.
Porch piracy can cost people some serious money, with one estimate suggesting an annual loss of tens of millions of packages. One report from late 2024 indicated the cost of the average stolen package to be a little over $200. Well, that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. The FCC bans all new foreign-made drones, including models from the world's largest manufacturer, DJI. Plus, Christmas Eve shoppers have limited time as major stores reduce hours. We'll have the latest. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. In Consumer Watch, a new rule by the Federal Communications Commission essentially bans the next generation of Chinese-made drones. The drones have dominated U.S. skies for years. They are used for things like infrastructure and construction inspections, crop monitoring, professional and hobbyist videography, and even finding lost children and pets. However, since 2017, the foreign-made drones have been deemed a cybersecurity risk to national security. Now the FCC has banned the import, sale, and use of all new drone models made by foreign manufacturers, including the world's largest drone maker, DJI. The FCC said an executive branch group had concluded those drones were capable of surveilling, gathering data, and conducting destructive operations over the U.S., and that its decision to ban them is based on that. If you still need to buy last-minute gifts for Christmas or ingredients for that holiday meal, here are some stores you can shop at. Aldi says it will be operating on limited hours on Christmas Eve and will be closed on Christmas Day. Best Buy will be open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and will be closed on Christmas Day. Costco will be open until 5 p.m. on Christmas Eve. Walmart says it will be open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve and closed on Christmas Day. And CVS will be operating on modified hours on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day for those looking to fill prescriptions. Well, some people would like a white Christmas, but that's not going to happen this year. Others are very pleased with this week's warm and dry forecast. Nick Kelly has more on donning the red and green for a trip to the golf greens.
Guy Bates is one of many golfers who took advantage of a warm Tuesday to play a round at Highland Springs Country Club. Turns out he didn't take just today to enjoy the great golfing weather.
My wife and I have played Saturday, Sunday, we played today, we're playing tomorrow, we're playing Friday, and we're playing Saturday.
Eric Womack with Highland Springs says he's staying busier than usual this Christmas. He says normally the golf course's irrigation system should be turned off by now.
We've had to charge our irrigation system back up this week just because of the high temperatures. We've got some sod that we had to do on the course, and we want that sod to grow and to maintain it.
The welcome warm for golfers means more time to enjoy the course.
Last year we did about 450 rounds maybe in December, and this month we're going to be pushing 700 rounds just this month alone.
Given how we'll stay warm through this week, some golf courses have added tee times to Christmas Eve and even Christmas Day. Womack says to call ahead and check to see if a course is open before heading out.
We'll be here regardless of what the weather's like, but between now and New Year's, just give us a call so that you don't come out and get disappointed.
I'll take a good golf day any day. Like most people in the world, a white Christmas would be great, but this isn't too bad either.
If you'd like to hit the links for the holiday, reach out to your favorite course and see if they're going to be open. Well, that's it for Consumer Watch, and now here's Donald with a quick look at your forecast.
We're going to see record-breaking highs pretty much the rest of the week before a cool down on Sunday, and Monday brings temperatures back down to around average. But like I said, mid-70s for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. That full forecast coming up.
Did you make one of those gingerbread houses for the holidays? We bet it's not as big as the one on display right now at the Grand American Hotel in Salt Lake City. Ag Day National videographer Russ Hinsako shows us the ingredients it takes to make it, along with the reactions to an amazing display.
How cute! Look at the snowman in the window. And the little snowman there.
This is the Grand Gingerbread House for the Grand America. A woman mentioned they do this every year, and they make it by scratch. 11,000 pounds of flour. That's a truckload of just flour to make gingerbread. 1,200 eggs. 300 pounds of sugar.
My son has an appointment at Primary Children's once a year. We come from southeastern Idaho and we drive up and we usually just skirt in here and check out the gingerbread house.
So 140 quarts of molasses is, astronomical. Astronomical amount.
Well, I think it's such a great service to the community. Every year, this is a place that people come and look at holiday scenes.
300 pounds of royal icing. That's your glue to hold your house together. 180 pounds of Rice Krispies.
Oh, I think it's beautiful, and I love the Rice Krispie treats, and it's really fun.
500 gumballs, 200 candy canes, 600 200 macaroon shells, 1 cup ideas, a ½ cup imagination, 2 cups of teamwork, 2 pounds of leadership, 1 pound of vision.
It's pretty good this year. It's a pretty good one. I think it probably took a lot of man hours.
700 hours it took to create this house. 700 building a gingerbread house. That's your one job for 700 hours. It's wild. I'm thinking like something that would sit on like a kitchen counter. Not a gingerbread tiny home. That's a gingerbread tiny home. That's what we're looking at. And it's pretty impressive.
It is pretty impressive. Well, now let's take it over to Donald for a look at your forecast.
Well, I'm sure everybody's getting into the Christmas spirit, even though it is on the warmer side. Taking a look at downtown Pittsburgh, not too bad out there. Temperatures feeling very comfortable right now. 7th range line, you can see a little bit of haze there on the camera. That's because the temperature and the dew point are relatively the same. That's causing some fog, but I'll get to that in a minute. 20th range line, people out getting their morning routines going, getting that morning coffee. Maybe you want to get the kids up, or maybe you don't. They're probably on vacation, so you're probably letting them sleep in and enjoying some quiet time right now. Dense fog advisory, though, like I was saying, the dew point and temperature are about the same in some areas, especially out there in the northwestern part of our counties. That is going to expire around noon, but there is some pretty dense fog out there if you are out driving. Iola, 0 miles of visibility. Yates Center just under 3. Sedan, 3 miles of visibility. Fredonia just under 5. So if you're anywhere in those western counties, please be careful. There is some fog out there, but the rest of the area looks pretty good. Taking a look outside, 63 degrees in Joplin, 59 degrees in Pittsburgh, so relatively comfortable for this time in the morning, and it is December. We're not used to seeing temperatures like this time of year. Future track, taking a look at Wednesday at noon. Winds out of the southwest, bringing in a nice warm air. It is going to be a bit gusty, partly cloudy skies through our Christmas Eve into the Christmas Eve evening for about 5 o'clock. Going to see nice passing clouds there. Still going to be on the warmer side and also breezy getting into Thursday morning, Christmas morning. Still going to be mostly clear skies. Winds still coming out of the south, warming things up. Still a bit breezy. Mostly sunny for our Thursday, Christmas Day. And then we might see just a few spotty sprinkles out there because of that moisture that's in our area, but it's going to stay relatively dry for Christmas Day and on the warmer side, like I was saying. Even into Friday morning, we're going to see winds coming out of the southwest. Mostly cloudy skies for our Friday, then those clouds start to push out for Friday afternoon. Still going to be well above average for our temperatures, and that continues even into Saturday as well, staying on the warmer side. Why is it going to be so warm right now? It is winter as of Sunday, right? Well, right now we got a nice high pressure system over our area that's bringing in nice warm air from the south, bringing temperatures well above average for this time of year. So if you're planning your day for today, around 8 a.m., 63 degrees, we will have fog through the morning, but we could see 70s by 11 a.m. So planning your afternoon, warming up to a high of 75 degrees. Partly cloudy skies. It is going to be a bit breezy, like I was saying. Southwest winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30. So even though it's going to be a pretty nice and warm, comfortable Christmas Eve, it's still going to be a bit breezy. Even for tonight as well. Mostly cloudy skies, low of 61 degrees. Santa's going to be pretty happy with that. He's going to be flying over us probably with a nice drink in his hand and some shorts and t-shirts, being like, wow, this is pretty nice for this time of year. Still a bit breezy, like I was saying, gusting up to about 20 miles an hour overnight. Christmas Day, 9 a.m., 64 degrees. Still a bit breezy, like I was saying. The sun's still going to be out. High of 74 degrees. We could possibly be 20 to 30 degrees above average for these couple of days. Our average high for Christmas Day is 46 degrees. The average low is 27. Our warmest day was 72 degrees. So for Christmas Day tomorrow, we could possibly break that record. So don't expect a wet Christmas, unfortunately, but maybe if you want to go outside and throw the football around, short and teacher, this is a perfect time to do it because it's not too bad out for the next couple of days. So if you're planning on traveling today or even tomorrow morning, nice travel conditions across the area. That warm front that we had just passed us, like I said, because that high pressure is bringing in beautiful weather to our area. Taking a look at our 10-day here, 75 degrees for today. A little fog this morning and a bit windy. Then tomorrow, 74, basically through Saturday. Then a cold front comes in when we get to Sunday, dropping temperatures back down to average, then maybe warming back up about the mid-50s by about New Year's Eve. That's a look at your full forecast. More news and weather coming up.
A Joplin baker wants to turn up the heat on her competition. Courtney Towery, a baker who specializes in sourdough, wants the title Greatest Baker. The baker who wins the title will also receive $10,000, a feature in Bake from Scratch magazine, and a chance to expand their bakery. Courtney says winning the competition would be a great way to give to the community.
And temperatures are on the rise. As you can see, we can hit 71 degrees by 11 a.m. There is going to be some fog this morning, but that should clear by noon. And then we're going to get up to 75 degrees for our high today. Winds still going to be a bit gusty, gusting up to about 30 miles an hour for today. Then getting in tonight, getting down to 61 degrees, so a pretty comfortable night for Christmas Eve. And for tomorrow, Christmas Day, high of 74 degrees, still on the breezier side, but we're going to stay pretty warm until we get to Sunday, but enjoy those 70s while they're here.